It's time for the Pikmin 3 review for the Wii U. I remember being so excited when I first saw the trailer for this game. I still think a Pikmin game for the DS, or more specifically the 3DS, would be a good idea, but I'm happy to have this game now. The story is about three space explorers from the planet Kopai on their search for a new source of food. Instead of safely landing on the planet they find to hold new sources of food, their ship explodes and all three explorers crash in three different areas. The point of the game is to play as one explorer at a time and find the rest of the crew, as well as finding and gathering food supplies for themselves and their home planet. To help them along, you'll use Pikmin, tiny inhabitants of the planet. The three original types of Pikmin are at your command as you go through the game. The red Pikmin are great at fighting enemies and can withstand fire. The yellow Pikmin can be thrown at a higher altitude, good for solving puzzles, and can also withstand electricity. The blue Pikmin can breathe underwater and can also act as lifeguards to drowning Pikmin. Now in Pikmin 2, we saw two new types of Pikmin, white and purple ones. However, they don't make an appearance in the campaign mode of this game. Instead, two new types are presented, rock Pikmin and pink Pikmin, or as my sister calls them, fairy Pikmin. The rock Pikmin act like the purple Pikmin in the previous game, as they can cause lots of damage to enemies, and they're also much heavier than other types of Pikmin. But unlike purple Pikmin, they're only as strong as regular Pikmin. The pink Pikmin can fly, which can really help with obtaining fruits and Pikmin pellets easier and faster. Plus, they can raise certain gates which block paths. Even though rock Pikmin closely resemble purple Pikmin, I prefer rock Pikmin more because unlike the purple Pikmin, rock Pikmin are just as fast as the other types of Pikmin, which is really nice since it got really annoying in Pikmin 2 when the purple Pikmin would just not keep up with you. Just like in Pikmin 2, you can send your other crew members with their own group of Pikmin to complete other tasks while you focus on another. You can switch to a different member at any time to see their progress, or if you want to control them for a while, and now with 3 controllable members, getting things done has never been faster. One of the best features this series has had is the ability to switch between which Pikmin you want to throw by just pressing L. At the bottom of the screen are bubbles which contain icons of different Pikmin you have. You can now easily switch between the ones you want to throw and control. This might sound like a minor feature, but really, it is such a luxury, and apparently you could do this in Pikmin 2, and I didn't realize you could until now, but Pikmin 3 makes it easier to do so. You can also throw the other members of your crew, which means there are more complex puzzles throughout the levels, which just makes the game better. Another feature that makes the game better is now you can take a member of the group and tell them to automatically move to a spot on the map. This saves time and increases the strategy of how you play. It's very appreciated. Throughout each level, you'll find multiple yellow objects that look like an SD card. They're filled with tips, and some even further the story of the game itself. There are many types of enemies throughout the game, some of which take some strategy and thinking to defeat. Once defeated, you can carry their bodies back to the onion, which will sprout more Pikmin. Pellets of different colors will do the same thing, but once you find and take back a fruit, it will be stored in your ship. The graphics look amazing. I remember saying how Pikmin 1 and 2 look great, but HD Pikmin just looks so much better. Very realistic, colorful, and detailed. The controls are perfect, yet I believe there's a key feature missing, and that is with the gamepad, you cannot control your Pikmin like you could with the C-Stick on the GameCube controller. Now that's with the gamepad. I don't know if the C-Stick function exists when playing with the Wii U Pro controller, because at the time of this review, I don't own one of them, so I can't test it. And yes, I tried using a Wii Classic Controller Pro, but it doesn't work with this game. A great new feature, however, is the ability to lock onto targets. This makes maneuvering around enemies and sending Pikmin to the target much easier. When targeting something, you can press B on the gamepad to have your Pikmin charge the target. This is a great feature, but must be used wisely, and be sure not to shake the gamepad when locked on. What I mean is, if you shake the gamepad, even slightly, your Pikmin will be dismissed and charged to a locked-on target. This can be especially frustrating and even fatal to your Pikmin, and as far as I know, there's no way to turn off this feature, which sucks. On a positive note though, I especially liked how far the whistle range can extend from your character, and I liked how you can use the D-pad to quickly roll out of the way of enemies. Like I said earlier, one of the main goals is to collect fruit from each level. I liked how the crew would name fruits different names based on what they look and taste like. Say, for instance, a lemon to us is a face wrinkler, or a lime is called a zest bomb. Unlike the previous 2 games, all the Pikmin share one onion, and when new types of Pikmin are found, the onion will add the color of the new Pikmin to its exterior and meld into a psychedelic mixture of colors. Even though the game looks and plays great, I felt that it was a little too short, to be honest. It took me about 12 to 13 hours to complete, and that may sound like a good amount, but it sure doesn't feel like it because you're having fun. I know, first world problems. Anyway, the point is I kind of wish single-player mode took longer to complete. Now you can still play and collect fruit that you missed after you beat the game, but it's not the same. The boss battles were fun, strategic, and very challenging at times. One thing I liked was you could take pictures of your surroundings using the gamepad as your camera. Once you took a picture, you could post it to Miiverse. Pucker up! There are 2 multiplayer modes and they're both fun. The first one is Bingo Battle. You can either play 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2. At the bottom of the split screen, each player or teamed players have a bingo card, which comprises of fruits, items, and enemies. The point is to carry back certain objects or enemies to your onion and try to get bingo from said items. There's more depth and strategy in this mode, as you can mess with your opponents by sending your own Pikmin to disrupt them, or by using various items and power-ups such as lightning or meteors to stun or even kill your opponent's Pikmin. It's really fun, although one of my complaints with it is it can be kind of difficult to see what's happening on the screen, and also, the person with the gamepad gets a big advantage because they get a map of the area which shows where certain items are. The other multiplayer mode is actually DLC missions. You can play these just by yourself if you want, but 2 players more fun. The missions consist of gathering as many items as you can in a given time limit, or defeating enemies or bosses within a time limit. Once a mission ends, you can see where you rank on an online leaderboard, which is cool, but whoever is holding the record for each type of mission is insanely good. Pikmin 3 is a terrific game. Amazing graphics, perfect controls, being able to send your other members to areas automatically saves time and increases strategy, being able to throw other members like Pikmin also increases strategy, the addition of rock and pink Pikmin are great, being able to select different types of Pikmin easily by pressing L is a huge welcome, the ability to take pictures is cool, great boss battles, and fun multiplayer modes. However, I didn't like that you couldn't turn off the movement sensors in the gamepad. I felt like the main game was a little too short, and I really didn't like not having the GameCube C-Stick ability mapped to the gamepad. That was disappointing. But overall, this is a fantastic game and a wonderful addition to not only the Wii U's library, but Nintendo's library, and you should definitely try it out. This game gets a 4.75 out of 5 with the title of Epic.